Pilihan Negeri Pulau Pinang. Yang berusaha Dr. Muhammad Siroj bin Abdul Latif, Timbalan Pegawai Pendidikan Daerah Sektor Perancangan, mewakili Pegawai Pendidikan Daerah Timur Laut. Yang berusaha Encik Said Sultan Encik Rahman, Pengetua Penang Free School. Yang berbahagia Datuk Seri Surveyor Haji Razali bin Mahmud, Ketua Pegawai Eksekutif Yayasan Amal Tuan Yang Terutama Pulau Pinang. Yang berusaha Encik Ivan Kun Junwei, Presiden Yayasan Penang Free School. Yang berbahagia Datuk Dr. Zahari bin Noor, yang Ketua Office Muslim Association. Yang berusaha Encik Alex Tan Gaik, Presiden di Office Association. Yang berusaha Encik Enrique Tan Kim Hock, Presiden di Office Association. Yang berusaha Encik Mazlan Ismail, Wakil Pemegang Amanah Penang Free School. Yang berusaha Puan Rebecca Hasni binti Suparman, yang Ketua Persatuan Ibu Bapa dan Guru Penang Free School. Datuk Sri, Datin Sri, Datuk Datuk, Datin Datin, Ketua-Pengetua dan Guru-Guru Besar, bekas-bekas pengetua, bekas-bekas Guru Penang Free School, bekas-bekas pelajar Penang Free School, para ibu bapa, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, guru dan pelajar sekalian. Tuan yang terutama itu, izinkan saya meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris. Good morning, I'm Tan Gaik Cheng, and I'm proud to be an orphan. In November 1976, 48 years ago, I stood at my last school assembly in this magnificent hall, performing my duties as a prefect, never dreaming I would ever have this honor to address you today as this year's Wakil Bekas Pelajar on this grand occasion of our school's Beach Day. But my relationship with the Penang Free School goes back far longer. Let me take you back in a journey into time. You see, I come from a family of proud old Frees, beginning from my great-grandfather. My father, Tan Boon Lin, whose photo you can see up there, is an old Free through and through. First a student, then a teacher, and finally, in 1963, at the remarkable age of 36, he became the first Asian headmaster of PFS. I was only 5 years old, and we, the children, we enjoyed 6 memorable years in the headmaster's house, a large colonial bungalow located on the school's spacious grounds. We children, we spent many hours roaming these grounds, especially after school hours, when the wide corridors would echo with our childish footsteps. And then, there were my father's boys and girls, the students, whose names to be learned and whose escapades he would talk about. The prefects board would come to our home for their annual makan, and I, as a little child, was always in awe of these abang and kakak, because I knew they were the best students in the best school in Southeast Asia. My father lived out the spirit and ethos of the school. He was so proud to be a headmaster, and it rubbed off on us. As a small child, I had such a sense of belonging to the school, I even learned the school song. In 1975, my father came back to Penang to serve as State Director of Education. To his delight, all 3 of us enrolled in free school. I was thrilled to join the school, although apprehensive, to land up in the class of high-achieving free school boys who knew who my father was and who eyed me with grave suspicion. I had 2 wonderful and memory-filled years in PFS, determined to excel in all areas of my life here and to prove myself worthy of this school. I loved being the conductor of the school choir, and I played the piano for school assembly. I led the choir to sing at school events and competitions, and had the unique privilege of teaching the school song to the Form 1 boys when they started in Free School. But my proudest moment was being appointed a prefect. The prefect's board became a rich training ground for further and future leadership roles. I ran for Hamilton House on Sports Day. And hooray, I heard Hamilton House was best house this year, right? And amusingly, at our annual swimming meet, I had to swim in the boys' freestyle relay event because Hamilton House couldn't find enough boys to make up the team. The school helped me to flourish and reach my full potential in every way. Finally, in the academic field, I completed number 6 with the Sesame Centenary Prize for Best Student and the Rotary Award for Top Female Student in the next state. Boys and girls of Free School, how privileged you are to belong to a school with such glorious traditions of excellence. Take full advantage of everything it offers you. But learn to balance activities in your studies so that no one area of your life, physical, emotional, psychological, or spiritual, is neglected. After I left BFS, I studied medicine at the University of Liverpool in UK, and I recently retired after many fulfilling years as a doctor in general practice. The balance between work and play that my father always encouraged and that I discovered in school carried on into my adult life as I juggled my career as a doctor, my responsibilities as a wife and mother, and my contribution to society. In this last quarter of my life, I ponder anew the legacy I will leave to my children, my grandchildren, and all the young people I have mentored. My friends, ultimately, true lasting legacy is seen not in material things, but in the lives of people that we have impacted. My fellow Frees, wherever life takes you, make your school proud. I quote my father: every student who has ever walked the hallowed halls of BFS carries with them the Free School spirit for the rest of their lives. Today is also a special day as we launch my father's book entitled On Making a Difference, The Joyful Journey of an Educationist. On behalf of the family, I would like to thank the headmaster and the school for the honor of allowing us to do so on this auspicious day. My father, who turned 97 years old this year, started writing his stories 20 years ago. My father dedicated his life to making a meaningful difference in the lives of others. It is our hope and prayer that this chronicle of his life journey will be an inspiration to all. May God bless you. Fortis et Fidelis. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to our distinguished fellow All Frees, yang dihormati Dr. Tan Gaik Cheng. Truly, our distinguished Dr. Tan Gaik Cheng on stage to present a copy of the book to His Excellency Tuan The Yang, the Perdana of the State of Penang. Kita berikan tepukan hadirin yang berbahagia sekalian. Penyampaian naskah buku, a copy of the book, the symbol of our gratitude for his unwavering support and commitment to the betterment of education in our school and community. Terima kasih. Kita berikan tepukan hadirin yang berbahagia sekalian. Dan seterusnya kita ingin membawa anda untuk menyaksikan penyampaian sijil penghargaan.
Good evening, fellow All Frees. I'm Tan Gaik Cheng, the eldest daughter of Dr Tan Boon Lin, and I'm here to represent him on the occasion of the launch of his autobiography, To You, a Free School alumni. He sends his apologies for he is 97 years old this year,
it has been challenging for him to travel. On behalf of my family, I would like to thank the organizing committee of the OFA annual dinner for allowing us this honor. I also want to thank his former students for encouraging us to launch his book on this auspicious day, both this morning at Speech Day and tonight. For it was their idea that today would be the perfect day and place. For my father is an old friend, through and through, former student, then teacher, and finally headmaster of our alma mater. And I speak of our school in its truest sense, for we are a family of proud old friends, beginning with my great-grandfather in the 1880s. Let me take you on a journey back in time. In 1963, at the remarkable age of 36, my father became the first Asian headmaster of Free School. I was only 5 years old, and we enjoyed 6 memorable years in the headmaster's house, a large colonial bungalow located on the school grounds. We spent many hours roaming the spacious grounds, especially after school hours, when the wide corridors would echo with our childish footsteps. And then there were the students, boys and girls whose names we learned, and my father will talk about them. Names I remember to this day. When Dad came back to Penang in 1975 to serve as the State Director of Education, we found ourselves living right across the school field. It was my father's pride and joy to enroll the 3 of us in the school. When the school bell rang, we knew we were late and we would start running across the field. I threw myself fully into the life of the school, and the free school helped me to flourish and reach my full potential in every way. I finally discovered how true were the words of my father. Every student who has ever walked the hammer halls of free school carries with them the free school spirit for the rest of their lives. My father started writing his stories about 20 years ago, but only in recent years did he agree to have them published. The family has worked hard to put these memoirs together, transcribing his handwritten manuscripts, wading through his old features, newspaper cuttings, and hundreds of photographs. The book begins with stories of his childhood in the pre-war years, his formative years in free school, and the struggles of living through World War II with a dramatic escape from a Japanese bomb attack. It traces his journey through university and a long and illustrious career in education, including, of course, many accounts of his stint as teacher and headmaster in free school. I should add, therefore, that some of you may find yourself in the book